I really enjoyed this, man. Poison Ivy and Swamp Thing Feral Trees issue 1. This is a one shot, so I don't even know what the point is of having issue 1. But this was really good. One of the biggest dynamics that I enjoyed throughout this whole story, and it was like a campy, creepy, monstrous story. This could have fit right in with a Justice League Dark story arc. But anyways, one of the things, the biggest dynamic that I liked about this is Swamp Thing. As we know, he's given up his identity as a human. He doesn't associate with who he used to be when he was a man, a mortal man. He has given his life completely to nature, aka the Green. Whereas Poison Ivy, she's a human. So they clash back and forth because Swamp Thing says she's immortal, but she's also with nature. So she has one foot in, one foot out. And Poison Ivy doesn't agree with that. She's like, I love humans. I am human. You're human. We live in the human world. We have to we have to gel with humans. We have to, coexist with them. We can't just be, all for the Green. And then the interesting point came out when they were arguing, a debate. These two were debating as they're walking through the woods of the forest because there was a vicious accident that happened in the woods, and then the woods is angry, or the forest is angry. So these two go and investigate it. It starts off with both of them being called to the forest because the tragedy happened. And so when they meet, it almost seems like Swamp Thing is happy to see her, kinda, in a way, because he's like, oh man, how long has it been since I've seen you? And so after they see each other again, they just have a battle about, Swamp Thing's like, you're not authentic, you haven't been in the forest or the woods or nature. You're really just, you're in the city with the rest of the humans. You're in the population with all the humans, and we need to get rid of the humans. And she's like, how many times have I tried to get rid of the humans? And then Swamp Thing's like, how many times did you fail? How many times did you stop yourself from destroying the humans? And she's like, good point. So I really like the dichotomy, and just how these two see things differently with their perspectives. Swamp Thing wants nothing to do with humans, where Poison Ivy's like, look, we have to coexist. And I just like that, I'm on Poison Ivy's side with that. Swamp Thing can give a damn about humans. But this was a really good issue, man. Anyone that's trying to figure out a character to get into, I would say Poison Ivy is where it's at. Especially if you like DC, for sure. She's someone to get into. For real, man, I honestly think that Batman's catalog of villains, they're really getting their shine more than ever right now, man. Because Poison Ivy, I always liked her because she was pretty and she can control nature, but like, she's really cool, man. She has a lot of stuff going on, and the fact that she was interacting with the Swamp Thing, and what their perspectives are, really intrigued me. It really made me interested in Poison Ivy even more. And I've always liked Swamp Thing. Not always, but I've liked Swamp Thing since like Justice League Dark and a little bit prior to that. But Poison Ivy is where it's at. She has a run going on right now. They're like, I want to say they're like 35 issues deep into her own individual comic book run. So check Poison Ivy out. I'm definitely about to check into more Poison Ivy at Third Eye Comics after reading this, because this was absolutely fantastic. This was one of those 4 comics that I was reading to give a review about. This was my review for one of them, Poison Ivy and Swamp Thing, Feral Trees, man. And, Swamp Thing definitely did his thing, too. I like how Swamp Thing held his ground on his beliefs. That's one thing I really like about Swamp Thing. He does not care really about anything other than the Green, nature, Mother Earth. And she's the same way. It's just different sides of the same coin. But yeah, check this out. Poison Ivy, Swamp Thing, Feral Trees. Yeah, look at that cover art. That is amazing. It's beautiful. Scary, beautiful, all that.